everyone. It's Friday. We have a great workout ahead of us, so I hope you're ready. So let's go. 5-minute clock, 1-minute cardio of choice to start with. Then we have an AMRAP, as many rounds as possible for the last 4 minutes. 10 glute bridges, 5 each arm, single dumbbell deadlift, and 10 sit-ups. So for the glute bridges, you're going to go down to the ground. You're going to have your knees bent, your arms at your side. We're going to squeeze our butt at the top. Squeeze, back down, squeeze, really bring those hips up in the air. You have 10 reps of that. Then you have 5 single dumbbell deadlift on each arm. So you're going to angle this dumbbell down angle it down towards the ground. The feet are underneath your hips. You're going to push your hips back. You're going to keep your chest up while you're deadlifting down. You have 5 on this arm. Then you have 5 on that arm. Okay? Then we have 10 sit-ups. You're going to go down to the ground again. You're going to have your hands behind your head. We're going to swing our arms up overhead to touch your toes. Touch. Touch. You need to touch your toes every single time. Just because we're not in the gym and we can no rep you does not mean you can't touch your toes, okay? Then we have a full body strength workout. 5 sets on a 10-minute clock, 20 single dumbbell glute bridge floor press, and then 20 single dumbbell bent over rows. So for the 5 sets, 10-minute clock, that means these sets should be about 2 minutes each, okay? You can build a rest into this, but that does not mean rush through these sets. This is the strength workout. This is where you're going to build your strength up, okay? So 20 single dumbbell glute bridge floor press. So it's a single dumbbell. You're going to go down to the ground with your knees bent. You'll have the dumbbell on your chest with your elbows on the ground. And you're going to glute bridge up, floor press up overhead, and back down, glute bridge, press. You can do both at the same time if you don't want to break up that movement. Up, down, up. Remember, really bring those hips up, then back down. You have 20 reps of that, and then you have 20 single dumbbell bent over rows. So then you're going to stand. Again, we're going to bring our dumbbell, we're going to hold it on each end of the dumbbell. We're going to push the hips back. We're going to keep our back flat, feet are underneath our hips. We're going to row the dumbbell to our chest. Elbows are pointed out behind us. In this angle, hips back, chest flat, and back flat. You have 20 reps of that. 5 sets on a 10-minute clock. And then from here we have a full body workout. We have a couple Tabatas. Tabata, it's 20 seconds of work, 10 seconds rest. It's 8 sets for each Tabata. So that's a total of 4 minutes, okay? So we have 4 Tabatas ahead of us, but you get 1 minute rest in between these Tabatas. Remember, you have rest built into these entire workouts because of a Tabata. That's a 10-minute rest built into there. So then you're getting even more rest in between these Tabatas, okay? So for Tabata 1, we have alternating sit-throughs. Now, if you were here earlier in the week, we had sit-throughs. I said these are my kryptonite because I'm terrible at them. They make me feel not coordinated and not strong. So what you're going to do is you're going to go into your plank position. And we're going to bring our leg through the opposite side of our body. Bring it through. You're sitting your body through. Then sit through. Let me see if I can get into the camera better. Sit through. And then you're going to sit through. 20 seconds of that, 10 seconds rest. You have 1 whole Tabata of that. For Tabata 2, sit-ups. We did sit-ups earlier, but I'll go over them. You're going to have your body in the ground. We're going to swing our arms up overhead to touch the toes. Touch the toes every time. 20 seconds of that. And then we have Tabata 3, single dumbbell ground to overhead. Ground to overhead means you can snatch overhead, you can clean, you can strict press from there, you can push press from there, you can push jerk from there, or if you want to get spicy, you can split jerk from there. Back down. I will show you what that looks like with the dumbbell. For the snatch, you're going to go bring the dumbbell down to mid-shin. If you have a tough time getting it down all the way to the ground, you're going to keep the dumbbell close to your body as it's coming up. You're going to drive, you're going to shrug your shoulders, you're going to bend those elbows, and then you're going to lock out overhead. It will look like this all together. Shrug shoulders, stand up, stand up with that. It doesn't say alternating, so if you want to do one arm for the 20 seconds, first 20 seconds and rest 20 then rest 10, then switch arms, you can do that. So that was the snatch. Now we're back down, stand up, or you can clean. It's the same thing what we just did, except you're not going to snatch overhead, you're going to get it to your rack, okay? But the same concept. You want to keep the dumbbell close to your body. You want to shrug your shoulder, elbows high, and then get under the dumbbell. So from here, clean. That was the clean from this angle. Clean. Now I said you could do 4 different movements from here. You can strict press, which is just driving the dumbbell up overhead, locking the elbow out, push press. You're going to dip, then drive up overhead. So you're going to use those legs to get the dumbbell up overhead. Dip, drive overhead, or you can push jerk, which is a dip, drive overhead, but you're finishing in the dip position. So that will look like this. Dip, drive overhead, finish in a dip position. Dip, drive overhead, finish in a dip position. Or I said you can split jerk. It's the same thing. You're dipping, you're driving overhead, and you are finishing in a dip position, kind of, but you're finishing in a split lunge position. Okay? So it's dip, drive overhead, front leg, back down before going to your next rep. Dip, drive overhead, split, front leg, back leg, drive overhead. You have 20 seconds of that. Ground to overhead. Figure out what one works best for you for that one Tabata. And then Tabata 4 is cardio of choice. So you could do whatever your heart desires. You could do jumping jacks for 20 seconds. You can double unders, single unders for 20 seconds. You can mountain climb for 20 seconds. You can burpee for 20 seconds. You can up down for 20 seconds. Whatever cardio works best for you, whatever work environment that you're in, 20 seconds of that, 10 seconds rest. That is Tabata 4. Remember, in between these Tabatas, you get 1 minute rest, guys, all right? We're scoring our reps on this in Modify. And then we do have a finisher. It's 1 set, but it's a lot of different movements. Not really, but kind of. 1 set, 45-second plank. Rest 15 seconds. 45 seconds side plank on the right arm. Rest 15 seconds. 45-second side plank on the left arm. Rest 15 seconds. Then 45-second plank. Rest 15 seconds. And then a hollow hold for 1 minute. So for the plank, you're going to go down your elbows. You're going to hold this position for 45 seconds. Keep everything tight. Then you will rest for 15. Then you're going to plank on your right side. Hold this position for 45 seconds. And then you're going to go to your left side after you rest for 15 seconds. And you're going to plank on your left side. Okay, for 45 seconds. Then you rest for 15. Then you're back into plank position for 45 seconds. Then you rest for 15, and then you're going to flip over, and we're going to hollow body hold. So your hands and your arms are going to be behind you. Your toes are going to be pointed in front of you with your legs locked out. You're going to basically Hold this position. You don't want this back off the ground. You want the back to be on the ground. So if you're not sure where that is at, you could start in the middle and then bring them down at the same time. You're going to bring your head up and you're going to hold this position for 1 whole minute. And then that is your finisher for that Friday, and I will see you tomorrow for squat day.